we're back with another rack setup video. We're going to be setting up the V-35 Rodent rack from Vision, another partner video with them. Super excited about it, so let's get into it. Happy Pura Vida Tuesday. It's Cody with Pura Vida Pythons behind me, and all these boxes is another rack from Vision, and we're going to go ahead and set that up, but first we got to get out of the boxes, so let's go ahead and do that. All right, so let's get started. You're going to take two of the tubs they give you. In this case, it's V-35s. You're going to put them with the bottom facing up, and then you're gonna get one of your plastic platforms and also have this flat side facing up. And then you're gonna take your longer of the two poles that you get in the set, and you're gonna feed them through each of these holes right here. There's 6 of them on this one. And you want the female side to be going down into the hole, and then the male side going up, because we're gonna be attaching those to these later. So imagine this being the front. There's 2 wheels with locks on them, so they recommend, and I would too, to put the locks on the front side of wherever you're working, so you can lock them, unlock them whenever you need to move the rack, anything like that. So we will just come right up here, and they give you a tool as well. So you're gonna start by taking, this form, we've actually had to remove the legs. We did it wrong for a second. It's actually already on this wheel, so the regular ones will look like this, right there. That's with it still in the rod. There's a couple of them like this, but no worries. You're still gonna feed this in through here. Bring your wheel up to it in this case. And then go ahead and tighten that all the way down. And just tighten this up until it's nice and snug. And there it is. And then you're gonna repeat that process for the other legs, and Mikhail's gonna help me doing that right now. We'll be right back. So we've attached all the wheels in their places. You can go ahead and get those out of the way. We don't need them anymore. Make sure this is pressed all the way down on all corners. It's rolling pretty good, but pretty wobbly. So next step is you're gonna take these these spacers, and depending on what size rack you have, we have the V-35 or V-70, so you're going to use these larger spacers, and you're going to put one on each of these rods. And that is to create the space between the plastic platform and the stainless steel one. Now you shall see. So after that, we're going to slide one of these on, and it'll complete the cycle of making a shelf, but it's kind of difficult with just me doing it. I don't want to sit here and fumble around for 10 minutes, so I'm going to get Kyla to help me with this one, and then we're going to show you some when we get around here when it's a little more stable. We just made a few shelves, and we just put our platform down for this is where the tub will slide into. I can show you that. So you'll have 2 tubs sitting here and here, and then this steel tray will be on top. So, and if you want to see this real quick, so these will always be flat, and these will always have the edges pointing up, these little flaps, and then they will also, and so you put your spacers on in between each layer, have them all facing the same side, and there you go. And then you want these sides pointed to the front, because our water is going to go into here. And yeah, so now that we're at the end of these, we're going to apply 6 more spacers across the rack. And now, before we put another layer on, we're gonna grab our shorter rods here. Take this side. One side is gonna be a female side, so you take the male side to this, and you'll just attach it here. Screw these in, all 6 of these. So we're gonna do that real quick. Fin it, and then after that, it's the same exact thing. You just have more rod to work with. Spacers, platform, spacers, other platform. Make sure they're all facing the same way. So we're gonna do all that real quick, and then we'll come back for the next step. So guys, we're at the top of the rack. Just put our final little platform on. This black part, this last black piece will go on top. And then you're gonna take, there's a bag of this hardware, and there's these smaller caps here that you're gonna put on top. Put it over the top, and then the top has parts where that screws in, and it tightens the whole rack down. So we're gonna go ahead and go around the whole thing and tighten that in. All right guys, so in the regular build, you're supposed to cap these with the small ones and cap the whole thing and tighten it down. I measured it, and we're gonna only have a couple inches to spare, if that. So we're actually going to come up here, and this isn't on the how-to video, this is just how we have to do this because of where we're putting the rack. We're gonna remove this top piece and switch out these larger spacers for these. They're like a couple inches shorter, and I think that will work perfectly with our situation. These things are easily modified. I'm not recommending you do it, and I'm not saying that Vision wants you to do it, and if you do it this way and something bad goes wrong, you know, it's because we didn't do it the right way. But I believe this will work for our situation, kind of what we have to do. So we're gonna put those smaller spacers on all around, and then re-put the platform back on. So then after that, I think we're gonna get into putting the feeders, the waters, all the hardware and stuff like that into it. So we'll be right back. We actually just got back from the Myrtle Beach Reptile Show, so I'm in a new outfit, same shirt, new shorts and stuff. But anyway, we went ahead and put together a lot of this. So let me go ahead and show you what we did. We attached these feed trays here. So if you want to come take a look at them, show kind of what they do. Easier to do where you just put the scoop, your food, kind of gravity fed there. We couldn't do it up on top because of how we had to modify it, just because this wouldn't have gone in there. So we can just, you don't have to have these at all. You can still put your food up here. It would be the same exact thing. This kind of just keeps it in one spot. So I'll use it where I can, and then the top, I'll just scoop in regular food. So I can go ahead and show you how to do that. So like I said, you'll get your hardware from the box, and it's pretty simple. You got this and this. You want this to come up because you don't want anything sticking down, because your regular tub's gonna be here and you don't want to get caught on anything, so you're gonna come up. And just line it up wherever you want it. These aren't all perfect, but if you can see right back here, kind of these back edges where you put these in, kind of line them up in the same spot. You just push it through and hand tighten it. And it doesn't matter how weird it is right there. You can slide it over before you want to finish. And it's pretty adjustable to move while you're in there too. So you just line it up on this side, same thing. Take these two pieces, that's all you need. Pop it up through. And once again, just screw this on. And it's a pretty nice little feed trough for the rats. Makes it easier on you putting the food up in there. Keeps it all centralized. That way when they eat it away, it just slowly moves down. And then you can do the same thing here, but I'm not gonna show you that. I'll just do another part. And these are all these steps I'm doing right now. You could have done them in any random order. So that's how to attach all these. And then so the next thing, if you wanna see, is these right here. And so there'll be a big pack of these, and then a pack of these little push through screws, kind of plastic screws. So these will be your dividers for the tubs, as you can see right here. Using it keeps it from cutting across the middle and coming from the outside. They still don't want to do that like crazy. You'd have to actually like throw them out, but this does help them keep them on track. So you want this to be flat side down, and what you're gonna do is just come over to the side, and you can see here there's two holes, and that one on the end is already there. So you just want to make sure the flat side's there. Real easy to press down, and that's going to be your tub slides to keep them on track when you're bringing them in and out. And so the last thing will be on the back as far as the hardware, and it's right here. Let me grab the drill. Stay right there. So all we're doing here is the tub stoppers for the back, as you can see. They actually provide enough for the front too, to where you can turn them like this and open. I don't think I'm gonna use them. Like I said, I've never had anything issues like that, but they are there. Pretty cool. If I do see, I'm gonna keep the bag, and if I do see anything like you know, popping out or anything like that, I'll put them on, but I don't think we'll be needing them. I put 2 on the back of each. I think it says you only really need 1, which is true. But I went ahead and put 2 on there because they gave us a lot. But all you do is these holes right here, as you can see where they're lined up to stop these tubs. So you grab, these will be the 3 pieces that you're gonna be using here. Bolt, nut, and this little slider piece. So you just wanna slide this through here with like the flat side facing towards this. And there's probably easier ways to do this, but I don't have a lot of tools laying around. So I just get this started on here, tighten it. And then I've been using these pliers because it kind of goes tight right there. Just been using these grips to hold the nut while I use the drill and then it'll go. You want these pretty tight on the back. Obviously, if you're doing them from the front, you want to be able to turn them. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that again, but that's pretty much it. And you just do it for as many as you want on the back side as far as the tub stoppers. And then the slides, as you can see, they'll go 3 across the middle. And then the feeders, the troughs, attach those all the same way. And then all you have left is the watering. All right, guys, we're gonna do the watering system now. And just a heads up, there's a part on there that we don't have, so I don't know if we threw it away, the dogs drag it off, maybe it didn't get included in packaging. And I couldn't really find, the instructions were a little blurry with the watering system. And so I couldn't find the exact way to do the watering, but it's pretty customizable. I think we have an idea that will still work. So they gave us these pieces, these little 3-way pieces where it can go and then also jet off to the side. But I'm kind of making this up as we go along, but it's all gonna be the same. So I'm just gonna show you guys how we do it and how I think it will work. But this is a little filter they give you too, pretty nice. Guess you could do it either way really, but I'll show you how we connect that. So to get started, they give you a lot of this tubing, and then this piece is connected by it comes by itself, but this is what's going to connect to your 5-gallon tub up here. So this will screw in here, and it kind of just locks into place. And when you take it out, it doesn't leak from there or anything, so that's nice. So we're going to come right here, and so our water is going to run across here. I'm going to take my knife and measure out a spot, probably about right here, just to put that filter on. And what that filter is going to do is, I need to get some scissors. That filter is going to keep any contaminants, any nasty junk from getting all the way into all of your pipes. So it's going to create a lot less clogs and stuff. I've actually never used one, but I am excited about using this one. So all of these have these prongs on them because it's going to keep that tubing on really good to where you're not going to have any leaks. So any water that comes past here should be filtered out. So now pretty much the name of the game is just to keep it going. So you take more tubing and you apply it here. So now that water is coming through here nice and filtered, keeping anything out from your rats and from the tubing. And that's really sturdy. You kind of want to get it all the way up. So like I said, our first one is going to run right here. So right where it's going to go, as you can see here, you're going to put this here. So about maybe like an inch above the lip. You want this other line to start running horizontally. So wherever you need to cut that for it to land flush on this right here, I want to go ahead and make that cut. And so I'm going to go a little higher just to keep it out of the way of the tubs that are going to be under here. So we've done a few of the watering system things here, and I've been finding that these actually kind of lay right under there. So you don't have to secure them over here. This might look like it's not going to flow water. It definitely will, even if it has the slight curve in it. So we've worked our way down. So I'm going to go here and show you exactly what we're doing. So imagine as if this was the connector piece up there, just so this is coming straight from your tank. You're going to do every single one of these like this. What you want to do, say this is the top. You want to get you a piece of wire or tubing, and before you cut, obviously measure. You want to measure to where it's flush here after you've pressed it in to where you want this one to be flush as well. So we're going to go ahead and connect here. It's a nice snug fit. You come down here, pointed this way, another one of these, and connect here. And then so grab another piece and you kind of just can eyeball it about to where you want it to go enter into the rack, and you'll cut that piece. So now we connect our piece to the piece that is pointing back towards the middle of the rack. So you kind of just got to grab them, press them till they don't have to be sealed. I like them to be sealed all the way up. So now you're going to grab another one of these to keep the flow going. Not only keep the flow going, but also deliver into the tub for your rodents. And you can point it in, you can point it up, it doesn't really matter. You can angle it right in the middle. So let's go ahead and do what we're gonna do here. You're gonna get, and guys, if you wanted to, you could thread this all the way back here with your water. That's what's pretty cool about this, is you can put it into any of these things. I'm just gonna put it right here on the edge. So I just measure whatever I kind of feel like is appropriate. And then cut that piece as well. Take that piece, connect it here to the middle part. Then you're gonna grab one of these, the clips. That's what's gonna clip your nozzle into place, and then one of your nozzles. And guys, look, if you see that right there, they can actually be loose. You wanna make sure you tighten those so you don't get any leaks. So you find your spot right through here. You're like, okay, that's where I wanna go or whatever. So this will go up through here and then down through the top of the rack where the tub will be. I'm gonna go ahead and connect it out here. It's a little easier. So your tubing connects on the top of this nozzle, like so, and then you can squeeze in here. I'm gonna put it, see just where it kind of naturally lines up. You're gonna shove that all the way down into there and then lock those in. So they can't pull it down, the nozzle prevents that, and then it shouldn't be able to come up either. And then when it's like this, so that water will go over there. So to complete this rack, we're gonna take another piece of tubing, come all the way to the other side of this one. I'm gonna go ahead and measure out roughly, about right there is good. And it doesn't have to be perfect, just whatever fits to where you wanna do it. So now, complete the connection right here on this little piece. Come all the way to the end. And like I said, I've been putting the tubing under these. They actually kind of hold them in pretty good. So we're gonna take one of our corner pieces, because that's what obviously gonna stop the flow, and put it right out to here. And obviously these won't leak or anything. It's only when the rats activate them, so we don't have to worry about that. And then do the same thing, however far you can do it, like far, short, whatever. We're gonna do about right there. However much tubing I guess you have to work with. They gave us plenty, so we're just gonna put them where we want them. Slide it here, and then repeat the process with your nozzle. And I'll do another one real quick. Like I said, make sure they're tight. One time in an old rack that I set up, I didn't make sure it was tight. Luckily, it didn't flood or anything, but I did see that some rats were looking like they just took a bath. So, like I said, it's easier out here to do this. This also connects the little clamp to the top of that right there, so it's not gonna come off or anything. Find where you want it, where it makes sense. I try to get a good angle on whatever, but I'm not really concerned with this at all. That water will still flow through there. And so that's a whole little thing, whole little rack right there, platform for these two tubs. And what I've been doing is just taking, like I said, I don't know exactly how I'm supposed to keep these attached and out of the way, but I've just been taking tape and kind of lightly taping it. I might get some zip ties to do that as well, just for now until I figure out a better way to get them going. But yeah, guys, we're gonna finish up that watering system, put all the tubs in, and show you the finished product. All right, guys, here to wrap up the video. It's a few days later. We actually have it all set up, running and going. If you wanna check out the watering system up there, we have it attached to this filter, and you got like a quick release there. You can undo that and take your water down, no leaks or anything. So we rigged all this up with tape. You can do like some zip ties or whatever. You just probably don't want to make it too tight, but we have that going there. The feeder's full of their food. We have some rats in here if you want to check them out. Right there. Some pretty cool rats. They've been in here a few days. So pretty cool. I messaged the team over at Vision and kind of straightened some stuff out with the watering system. And it actually works really good. And I did it on the bottom here. If you kind of want to come down here and look. These don't have rats in them right now. But I still use this little L fitting here. I think they just have like the straight pieces in there. But I just rigged that here, and then on the end right here, if you want to look, I'm gonna have to come over here. Like I was running those L fixtures as well, but it actually works fine if you just run it straight from that T piece all the way into here. You don't need another fixture on this side, and it works really well. But yeah, guys, that's it. I'm pretty excited. We got some rats at the reptile show. Some people were selling some there, so we filled a bunch of like grow out medium females over here. So super excited about upping our production there. And yeah, I really like the feeding troughs. That seems to be working really well. You can hold a lot of food there. I like the 5-gallon flat holder on the top. So really excited. Stick with us. In a few months, we'll give you an update on, what we like about this, maybe what we don't like, some things, but pretty easy to set up. And yeah, you have to like do a couple, this could, I'm sure, just hang there. I just wanted to get it out of the way, and it works really well. You have to remove these when you take the tubs out. So there will be a learning curve with there, because with the ones we made, the lip right here is designed so you can pull that out without using the tub or whatever. But it's also on a hanging system instead of a platform system here. And the way they design these, it's really not bad. Like boom right there, and it sits there, and it's really easy to put back in too, so it's not a big deal at all. Boom, right there. And you only have to do that like whenever you cleaning them, unless you really want to take this completely out. And you could always do this closer as well. If you wanted to do something like this and run it closer, that way you can really get in there and get any of the rats you need. And that's probably what we'll end up doing actually. But yeah, guys, that's it. That is the V-35 rodent setup from Vision. Hope you guys enjoyed that. And maybe if you like this, we're going to post their link in the description. You can go there and see. They have a bunch of products. But if you like this and need a rodent setup, it's a pretty cool one right here. Like I said, we'll be giving updates in like the 3-month, the 6-month update, what we've learned by using it and stuff. But right now, it looks like a pretty cool system. So hope you guys like this video. Hope you have a great week. And come back next week for another cool video. Until then, peace.